Okay, in your challenge, what you have to do is turn a word into an object. I am going to choose the word fish and turn it into a fish. So here I am in layer 1, and I'm going to type the word fish just to get started here. And F-I-S-H. I won't worry about the size or the color right now. Now you may recall, in order to get a shape tween, we need to do a couple things. We need to break it apart. It then breaks it apart in individual letters, and then we're going to break it apart again, and it turns it into a shape. So that is good. But you also are going to want to have it distributed to the different layers so each letter can turn into a part of the fish. So I am going to go to Modify, Timeline, Distribute to Layers, and there it goes. And the one thing I'm going to do is determine what's going on here in all these layers because I want to know which letter is which. So if I turn this off, I see that's the F. So guess what? I'm going to name it F. I can see that's the S. It's highlighting it, so I'll say that's the S. I like turning it off. That's going to be most of the I. I'm going to come here, and that's the dot for the I, which I didn't expect, but we'll deal with it. And then finally, process of elimination tells me that's going to be the H. So in this case, I'm going to want to have 5 different portions of a fish. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go, say in frame 2 right here, and I'm going to, which is a blank keyframe, and I am going to get rid of the letters later on. Right now I'm going to bring in a fish, which I got here to use as an example, and I'm going to put the fish here, and right now I'm in layer 1, frame 2. And that's just going to get me my fish for now. So this is going to take a little trial and error, but I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to just quickly use that fish to trace. So when I'm tracing, you may recall I do not want object drawing on. I want to have it treated as individual dots so I can break it up into segments easily. So here I go. I'm just going to quickly trace this fish, and I'm going to be quick just to continue on with the demo, get those fins. There we are. I'm doing better than I thought. Come in here. Oh, there's the little mouth. Let's give it some eyes. The drawing is behind the fish, I think, and so when I delete the fish, I'm going to be left with that drawing. Not bad, not good either. So what I'm going to do right now is I've got a little problem where I have the word fish and the fish both appearing there. I only want to see the fish. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select this fish, get it out of here. So I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to go down to just say frame 25. Now there could be better ways to do this, but I know I want to insert a blank keyframe, and a great thing here is I'm going to paste it in place. You're going to see that comes in handy. There is my fish. So what I'm going to do right now is grab a portion of the fish and insert a blank keyframe, and then turn, for example, the letter F into the front of the fish. So let's now grab the front of the fish. So because I didn't have object drawing on, I can then come in here like this, and I am going to cut. So I'm doing Command X, or you can go Edit Cut. That will obviously take it away. And I'm going to go into the F layer, and I'm going to insert a blank keyframe, and now here's where this comes in handy. Paste in place. There it is. You'd never know it's missing. Now I'm going to go back to this layer here, and it's nice to know where I started. I'm going to grab this portion now for the letter I. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go to the letter I right here. I'm going to insert a blank keyframe, and now once again, paste in place so you can see it's starting to look like a fish. I'm going to come back here now, and I can see I've got other portions to deal with, so I'm going to then take this right here, cut that just like before, go to the S. It's a little bit out of order, but I can deal with that. I'm going to insert a blank keyframe. I'm going to then paste it in place, and then finally I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to take the end part of the fish, cut it, go to the H of the fish, paste it in Yep, you might be saying, hey, I forgot to insert a blank keyframe, so I had some place to place it. That's correct. Insert a blank keyframe, so I have an area, paste it in place. Now you can see in frame 25, I have my fish. That's great. And you'll also notice I don't have any shape tweens yet, but it looks like I'm in good shape. Are they both shapes? Let's check. The F, are you a shape? Clicking on the F here, I see in the property window, it is a shape. I am coming to the part of the fish right here, clicking on it. Is it a shape? Sure enough. And I think I'm in the similar boat for each of this. I'm going to ignore the dot for the eye right now. So what I'm going to do is, holding down the control key, I am creating a shape tween, a shape tween, a shape tween, and finally the final shape tween. So there we are. Now I know that the fish is only going to be there for an instant, so what I'm going to do is insert some more frames so it will be there for a minute, as in not a minute, as in about 10 more frames, and eventually I'm going to have it swim off the screen. But let's see what I've got right now. Beautiful. That is what we're after. So a little kid would say, hey, I see FISH, it's turning into a fish. I know how to say that word. But now let's just finish off by having the fish swim away, and that would be a matter of selecting each portion, or maybe I could group it at this point. I'm not sure, but you try it and have the fish, or whatever it is you choose to get animated. In my case, having a fish swim off the stage would be a good example. So that's how you could tackle that assignment we have right now.